Can I get a VA loan with bad credit? Yes, you absolutely can. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how that works, what you'll need, and what lenders look for when your credit score is below 620. We're talking about everything from manual underwriting to residual income to how your rent history can literally save your file. Plus, I'll show you how making even small improvements to your credit, even after you buy your home, can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the long run. Hi, I'm Alex Ramirez, a VA loan specialist and a proud supporter of military families across the country. I've worked with veterans and service members who were turned away elsewhere for their VA home loan, even with scores in the 500s, and I've helped them close successfully. So stick around, hit that like button, subscribe for more VA loan info every week, and let's turn your dream of homeownership into a reality, even with bad credit. And remember, you're not in this alone. Book your free 15-minute call with me. My information's in the description. Go ahead and book it, or you can also call or text me at 805-857-3708. I answer every message personally. Okay, so what is considered bad credit? Before we dive into VA loans specifically, let's clear up what bad credit actually means in the mortgage world. So here's how lenders generally classify credit scores. 740 and above is excellent credit. 700 to 739 is good. 620 to 699 is fair. 580 to 619 is poor. Below 580 is considered very poor. Now here's the important part. The VA itself doesn't set a minimum credit score. That's left up to lenders. Most lenders draw the line at 620, but that doesn't mean you're out of options. Many lenders have overlays. There are lenders like us who specialize in working with veterans below that threshold. We simply structure your loan through something called the manual underwrite. This gives you the path forward when your score isn't perfect. Understanding VA loans. VA loans are one of the most powerful benefits available to you as a veteran or service member. And here's why. It's zero down payment. You don't need to save tens of thousands of dollars to get into a home. There's no private mortgage insurance, so there's no PMI. That's savings of $100 to $300 a month on average. The rates are very competitive with VA loans, often better than conventional or FHA loan options. But what makes the VA loan really special, especially for buyers with lower credit, it's the flexibility. The VA doesn't just care about your score. It wants to make sure you can afford your mortgage safely, and that's where tools like manual underwriting come into play. So what is a VA manual underwrite? Most or all loan applications go through a computer program called Automated Underwriting System, AUS. If your credit, income, and history fit that model, it spits out an approve eligible and you're good to go. But if the system says refer ineligible, that's where manual underwriting steps in. A manual underwrite is when a real person, a human underwriter, goes through your file line by line to see if you can still qualify for your home loan. They look at employment history and job stability, rent history, and payment consistency. They look at your bank account balances and your spending habits. They'll also look into your credit report details beyond just the score. This gives you a chance to explain your story and prove you're ready for home ownership, even if your credit score alone says otherwise. So why would you need a manual underwrite on your loan? Here are the most common reasons why you'd be manually underwritten. Your credit score is below 620, you've had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, or you have collection accounts. Your debt to income ratio, DTI, is over 41% because the guidelines are a little more strict when it comes to that. Or you use non-traditional credit like rent, phone, or utility bills for your credit. Or the automated system didn't have enough data to approve you. Manually underwriting isn't a bad thing. It's simply a second look, and for many veterans, it's the key to getting approved to buy a home. So here's what you'll need to get approved. To succeed with a manual underwrite, you need a complete and well-documented file. Here's what that includes. Your VA certificate of eligibility that confirms your entitlement and your service, and I'll pull this for you directly so you don't have to worry about it. I'll go through the portal and get it. Income documentation, so most recent 30 days of pay stubs, last 2 years of W-2s and or tax returns, VA disability, Social Security, or your pension income. Your bank statements, the last 2 months of complete statements, so you don't want to miss any of those pages, and document any large or unusual deposits. Your loan officer will give you details of what they'll need. Also going to need the credit report. We'll examine the full report to understand the full picture, not just your score. We're also going to be looking at your debt to income ratio. That's very important. We're going to verify that information with your income. If you're over 41%, we're going to need compensating factors. Here's a tip. Don't try to figure this out on your own manually. Work with a loan officer that understands this. It will save you a big headache. Residual income. It's required by the VA and a very powerful tool for loan approval. Also, rent history. 12 months of on-time rent shows that the lender, you're already managing a housing expense. So here are compensating factors. Compensating factors help reassure the underwriter when your credit or DTI is higher than ideal. They demonstrate financial stability in other areas of your life. Here's some examples. Stable employment, so 2+ years at the same job or in the same career field. Savings and cash reserves, even $3 to $5K in the bank can make a difference. Not those exact numbers, but you want to show all your assets. On-time rent payments for the last 12 months, no new late payments or any derogatory marks on your credit history. Low or no additional debt, so you want to make sure you keep those debts low. Think of compensating factors as your financial strengths. We use them to build trust with the lender and show you're more than just your credit score. And if this is starting to feel like a lot, don't worry, you're not supposed to do this alone. I've helped hundreds of veterans through this exact process. Let's build a clear plan together and book your free call. Go to the description. You could book with my Calendly, or you can call or text me at 805-857-3708. So residual income, here's the power of residual income. Residual income is one of the most important and overlooked parts of the VA loan process. If your loan officer isn't familiar with VA, they may miss this. And what is it? It's the money you have left over each month after you've paid your fixed monthly expenses, like your mortgage, your car payments, loans, credit cards, utilities, all those including your student loans, everything together. So here's an example. Let's say you earn $5,000 a month and your total monthly expenses are about $2,000. That means you have $3,000 in residual income. It's not exactly that, but that's an example I can give. The VA has a chart that sets minimum residual income requirements based on your family size and region. If you exceed those minimums, you can often get approved even with a low credit score or higher DTI. Here's a chart for 2025. Check it out. Gonna have it right here. And these are the region. This is the information here. So here's a pro tip. Lenders often view a strong residual income as more reliable than a credit score. And don't worry, I break this down in my residual income video. You can check that out on my channel and you're gonna get more detail on how that works. And a letter of explanation. This is gonna help you get approved. If your credit report shows late payments, collections, bankruptcy, or foreclosure, we'll help you put together a letter of explanation and we're gonna give it to the underwriter so it makes sense to them. This is a short, honest letter where you do this. You explain what happened. Was it a job loss, deployment, divorce, illness? And you show how that situation was just temporary. And you prove how your finances have improved since then. The goal is to show the lender that your challenges are behind you and you're financially stable and ready to buy a house now. And why improving credit still matters. Even though VA loans don't have a set minimum credit score, better credit still makes a big difference. And here's why it matters. Better credit is better interest rates. The higher your score, the lower your rate. Your monthly payments will be lower. You'll save hundreds over the life of your loan and more refinancing options later if rates drop. So you have better opportunity with a better score. The difference between a 580 and a 680 score can save you tens of thousands of dollars over a period of time. So after you buy or even before you buy a home, pay your bills on time, make sure everything's on automatic payment, keep your credit card balances under 30% of the limit, and don't open any unnecessary new accounts. So look into opening secured account cards. This is a very powerful way to build your credit score over a relatively short period of time, either before you buy a house or after, not during the process though. So better credit equals better financial freedom. And remember, whether your score is 619 or 519, there's a plan that we can build together. Once your full file is together, including COE, income, rent history, and any letters of explanation, we'll submit it to underwriting. A manual underwrite gives you a second chance, and many veterans are approved after getting turned away elsewhere. All you need is a clear, honest file and a lender who understands VA guidelines and a plan tailored to your situation. And if you're still watching, I just want to let you know I really appreciate you and I know you're serious, and that means you're ready to take action. So go ahead and go to my description. You could book a free call, email me, or you could also call or text me. My information is going to be all in the description. I also have my phone number right here as well. Let's get you home.